Hello and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video to do with the Riders of Hyboria. So this video is to do with the leveling, or the thrall leveling, should I say. And we're going to have a look at the different types of thralls, or at least basically what most people will run with. There is a couple in here that some people don't run with at the minute, so I wanted to test out a couple. There was some really pleasant surprises. Some I haven't included in here were people like the Cannibal Brute and Thugra. For if you're in the starting area and you just want to get a thrall immediately, some of the Cannibal Brutes that I were getting were coming out at like 12,000 health. Their damage is still not going to be brilliant, but I think if you're in the starting area and you want something that's just going to tank and you can deal out the damage, maybe with daggers or something like that, it's probably worth your while getting it. So let's have a look. So I've split them into three categories. We've got all-rounders, tanks, and damage dealers. So generally what I would say is your all-rounders have got decent-ish health and good damage output. You've got the tanks, which is mostly just health, and your dealers, which is mostly just strength. Okay, so if we take a look, we have what I've lined up here. There's only one that didn't make it to the all-rounder category, which is your Black Hand Spy Fighter. What are you doing? You go stand over there. So we have compared the Black Hand Spy Fighter, Beastmaster Teimos, Dacius the Sharp, Cimmerian Berserker. Sorry for that thing coming up all the time. I've leveled up a lot of followers. I believe this is Darek Broken-Finger. Yeah, Darek Broken-Finger, Dalinsia, and then we've got a breakup of Kithis, Eerie, Essie the Brood, Spinus the Marauder, and Zrist of the Blade. Okay, so we are currently in our damage dealer category. So this is what I mean by some pleasant surprises. So your Black Hand Spy Fighter, if we go on his stats, this is a guy that is living out in the jungle somewhere, and he has got 11,000 health. These are all level 20, by the way. He's got 11,000 health and 51% damage output. I am opting to ignore this information. I mean, apart from the vitality bonus, you can see that there, but your vitality bonus of 10,000 tells you that this guy started at 1,000. So yeah, if you can keep him alive long enough is what I'm saying, that he should be fine. So you've got yeah, your agility bonus and survival buff time. I've opted to ignore them for this sort of test, because realistically, if you're running with a thrall, all you really care about is that they're going to be putting out a lot of damage. So for him, just to show you a quick comparison, so he is 11,000 health and 51 damage. That's why he's made it to the damage dealer area. But this Cimmerian Berserker here, I have done some in-depth testing on these guys. All of these guys are the product of about 50 replicas of each, and these are the best of the best of what I could find for the three categories. So your Cimmerian Berserker is 50% and 8,000 health. Okay, just let that sink in. Your Black Hand Spy Fighter was 11,000 health and 51% damage. Albeit it's 1%, that massively could make the difference. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so we've got a little bit off track. So your damage dealers, Beastmaster Teimos, my favourite guy, 16,000 health, but only 35 damage. So that tells you, for the other categories, where his damage is going to be. But he got 16,000 health. And equally so, sorry to just go back to this. If we go on here, and come on, Natalie. Now you've got a good looking thrall. 16,000 health and 46% damage. Still not as high as the Black Hand Spy Fighter or the Cimmerian, but not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so moving on. Datius the Sharp. 50% damage output, 7,000 health. It's still worse than, let's say, Legacy Thrall, Datius, because he was 7,650, I think. There or thereabouts. So he's got slightly less health, but at least we know he's putting out 50%, which is equal to the Cimmerian Berserker. I don't want to jump ahead just yet. I want to have a look at the Volcano Thralls individually. Yeah, 7,000, less HP, 46 damage. 8,000, 46 damage. Spinus is the last one, isn't he? 7,000, 32 damage. So your Volcano Thralls, I would actually say, are pretty much out. You're going to get very lucky to get one with decent damage output and decent health. It's not something that happens often. Okay, this guy, Darek Broken-Finger, I don't know if he's a purge thrall or I have just never seen him in the world. Thank you. However, 8,000. But look at that mama! 86% damage. So, we can change him up. That's not a terrible amount of health. If we change him up and we put some vitality stuff on him. Boom, 9,000 health and 86 damage. That's a good looking thrall. Equally so, we can go like this and put even more strength on him. 97%. 97. That guy's a badass. He's an absolute badass. I've never seen him in the world. I really hope I haven't spawned one in that you can't get in the world. That would really annoy me. I believe he's a purge thrall, but goddamn. Although, as you can see, he is also inconsistent because he's in other categories. Okay, Dalinsia, 11,000 health, 54. She's putting out more damage than the Cimmerian Berserker, and she has more health. This was Kithis, Spinus, Eerie. Okay, Easy the Brood, 11,046. So she's less than the Cimmerian Berserker, but she has got more health. But you could easily jump that damage up. I just wish I could just double click it. Stats. Stats, please. Yeah, now we're at 57%. So she's a decent looking thrall. She's not doing bad. She got plus 22 in strength. Give me that. Okay. And then Zrist. 9,000 but 51. So again, Zrist was actually probably one of the more consistent performers. He seems to always have kind of high health and sort of high damage. But again, most of them, apart from Darek, cap out in the 50s. Okay. So that's your damage dealers. Personally, I would be looking for Darek. I'll probably still stay with Beastmaster Teimos. It tends to be who I would run with anyway. I find that his AI tends to be a lot better. But I'll probably be avoiding the Volcano Thralls in all honesty. Your best shot is still going to be Mounds of the Dead, and that's about it. Unless you're getting purge Thralls, I'd really just stick with the people in the jungle. I mean, this guy surprised the heck out of me. 11,051. I'd just be getting in the jungle. Maybe that's why they've done it. Maybe they've done the Thrall levelers to encourage people more to go to the jungle, because there's naff all resources there. Okay, so now we're looking at tanks. So this is mostly the highest HP that you can get from these various Thralls. So if we look, yeah, 12,000. But look at the discrepancy between the damage output. You had 51% from this guy, and she's only doing 13 even. 13% damage. Calm. Be a horse whisperer. Yeah, and again, Beastmaster, he went from 35 to 28, but 17,000 health. You're running with that guy at the beginning. He like, to get him to 17,000 health. The problem with this Thrall leveling system though is, you are not going to know, like this is all great because they're all leveled up to level 20, but as you're running around with them in the world, you are not going to know until they're level 20 whether or not you really want to keep hold of them, which is a lot of work. And these growth chances personally mean nothing. You got 79% growth chance on strength, but he didn't gain any. 88% on vitality. I mean, you want to be looking at anyone that's got anywhere between 88% and 100%. I mean, she's 95%, 48% still put into agility, but your 56% didn't get you nothing. And if we look at this guy again, yeah, 100% in vitality, but he didn't gain any. He's got no additional perks in his vitality. So, yeah, okay, his growth chance is 100%, and he gained 10,000%, 10,000, I suppose it is 10,000% actually, a 10,000 HP boost as he's leveled up, but he's got no additional perk in it. So I think it's understanding the growth chance as well. Okay, moving on. Sumerian Berserker, Cimmy B, yeah, 8,000 again, 43% damage. Dacius, 8,000, 29 damage. So the tank tends to have the least amount of damage output. Dalinsia, 13,000. Again, she always comes out around sort of the 11,000 mark. 37% damage. Darek, 52%. So he's very consistent with the damage output being high. But 9,000 health was the best health that I could get out of him. Kithis, 9,023. 8,029 for Eerie. 10,031 for Spinus. So 10,000 is the best that I got of all the Volcano Thralls. Easy, 11,000. 22, pitiful. And 9,000 was the best health that I got for Zrist at 32. Actually, I think I'm telling a lie. I think this guy's got more health. So that's your tanks. I think this is probably what I will do, and think of the various different applications that I want to use these thralls for, dependent on what they look like as they come out. So yeah, your dealers and your tanks. So these guys, you're going to have to soup up with some sort of armor to help their vitality, but they are going to be heavy hitters. And then equally so, your tanks, I'd probably put some strength build stuff on them to try and up their stuff. And then let's look at the all-rounder stats. As I say, the Black Hand Spy Fighter didn't really get an all-rounder stat just because they were so inconsistent. Beastmaster Teimos, 41% damage. If you got this guy, you'd be happy. You'd be so happy that you got this guy. 10,041% damage. You can easily get up to 50. Dacius, 10,046 damage. Who's this? Cimmerian Berserker, 9,000 health, but 42 damage brought him into the all-rounders category. Because if you look at his counterpart in the tank, yeah, okay, he's got quite a bit of health, but 43. So they're still very high in damage output across the board, pretty much. 42, so he lost it out by 1 mark. Dacius, Darek, 71%. So you see, Darek has a wide spectrum of high percentage bonuses for strength, and 9,000 HP is not to be sniffed at. Dalinsia, 12,051. Eerie, 7,038. Kithis, 9,043. 11,035. 7,032. So did you see what I mean about the Volcano thralls? And 10,038 for Zrist. I think, yeah, I had a little bit of a back and forth with Zrist because of that 32% and 38%. I think this guy was clear to me that he was going to be the damage dealer. So, I mean, that's it. That is what I found out from many nights of testing from the test live, and who I kind of stuck with. As I say, I could have a look at the cannibal brutes and things like that, but one person that I will say is really not worth your time, who is someone that I actually used to run with, is Nabutu from the Desert Dogs. I always found that he hit really hard, and I always used to just stack him in heavy armor and he was fine. However, he's been completely nerfed. I can't get his HP any higher than about 3k, and his damage output varies somewhere between 20, well, the sort of the, I was going to say teens, but the low teens, like 13% to 32, something like that. Really not great whatsoever. So I guess my recommendations would be Beastmaster Teimos, Cimmerian Berserkers, Dalinsia 1000%, and Darek Broken-Finger if you can find him, because he seems to be the only top performer. Even out of all of the other purge thralls that I tried, I couldn't find anything decent, really. Yeah, so that's it. I guess the last little tidbit that I just wanted to add to this was, because it took me ages to work out how to do this. If you have the new DLC, it works in a similar fashion to the other ones. You need tainted fodder and bish bash bosh, black and white horses. Okay, So I've been Lemon Rangu. You've been you. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to join me on Twitch at the same name, lemon_marengo. And I hope you have a good day or good night. I feel like I should know what the Truman Show thing is. But good day, good night, and good morning. No, good morning, good afternoon. Oh God, I'm going to shut up.